How to write better specs for vibe coding. Executive summary. Vibe coding shifts your role from writing code to directing AI agents. Success depends entirely on the quality of your specification document. A perfect spec includes project goals, user personas, precise functional requirements, UI designs, data models, and technical constraints. You must eliminate all ambiguity by using concrete metrics. Update your specification continuously as your application evolves. Clear specifications eliminate AI guesswork and ensure high-quality, bug-free software development. Article: Introduction to Vibe Coding. Software development is changing rapidly. A new approach has emerged called vibe coding. In this method, you do not write the raw code yourself. Instead, you use an artificial intelligence, AI agent, to build the software. You act as the director, and the AI acts as the programmer. You provide the ideas, and the AI turns those ideas into working applications. This shift changes your primary role. You no longer need to worry about syntax errors or missing semicolons. Your main job is to communicate your vision clearly. You achieve this communication through a document called a specification, or a spec. A spec is a detailed blueprint for your project. Vibe coding feels magical at first. You type a short prompt, and the AI generates a complete application. However, short prompts often lead to unexpected bugs. The AI must guess your intentions when you omit details. Good specifications eliminate this guesswork. They ensure that the AI builds exactly what you want. Writing a great spec requires discipline. You must think through your app's logic before the AI starts coding. This guide will teach you how to write perfect specs for vibe coding. You will learn to structure your thoughts, define your goals, and guide your AI agent to success. The anatomy of a high-quality spec. A good specification follows a strict structure. It breaks down a complex project into manageable pieces. You should use a template for every project to maintain consistency. The list below shows the essential sections of a vibe coding spec. The project overview, a high-level description of the application. Target audience and core value, a definition of who uses the app and why. Functional requirements, a precise list of what the application must do. User interface, UI, and user experience, UX. A description of the app's look and feel. Data models and state management. An explanation of how the app handles information. Technical constraints and stack. A list of the tools and rules for development. Each section serves a specific purpose for the AI. If you skip a section, the AI will make assumptions. For example, a missing UI section leads to an ugly layout. A missing data section leads to lost information. Treat each section as a set of rules that the AI must follow. Section 1. The project overview and goals. Start your spec with a clear, concise summary. State the main purpose of your application immediately. Avoid vague language like a cool app or a fun game. Instead, use precise nouns and verbs to describe the product. Bad example? I want a website that lets people track their habits and look cool doing it. Good example. This project is a web-based habit tracker. The application allows users to log daily streaks and view visual progress charts. Next, define the success criteria. Tell the AI how to measure a successful build. This gives the AI a clear target. It helps the AI prioritize certain features over others during generation. Finally, explain the core value proposition. Why does this application need to exist? Understanding the user's motivation helps the AI make better design choices. If the app is for busy professionals, the AI will prioritize speed. If the app is for children, the AI will prioritize simplicity. Section 2. User personas and use cases. AI models understand human behavior surprisingly well. You should leverage this capability by defining your users. Create simple profiles called user personas within your spec. Describe your typical user's technical skill level. A tech-savvy user expects advanced settings and keyboard shortcuts. A beginner needs large buttons and helpful tooltips. Specify these preferences clearly for the AI agent. Plus, user persona. Plus, name, Sarah. Role, busy college student. Tech skill, moderate. Core need. Needs to log habits in under 5 seconds. Maybe checked. Plus, after defining the users, list specific use cases. A use case is a short story about a user achieving a goal. Use the standard format. As a user, I want to action so that benefit. Write at least 5 use cases for your primary features. This gives the AI context for the user journey. The AI will design a logical flow based on these stories. Section 3, Functional Requirements. Functional requirements form the core of your specification. They describe the specific actions that the software must perform. You must make these requirements unambiguous and testable. Avoid vague adjectives like fast, intuitive, or modern. Instead, use concrete metrics and clear conditions. If a feature is optional, label it as a nice-to-have. If a feature is mandatory, label it as a must-have. Vague requirement. Precise requirement. The app should load fast. The dashboard must load in under 2 seconds. The search bar should work well. The search bar must filter habits by title in real time. Users should log in easily. Users must log in using Google OAuth 2.0. Break down complex features into smaller sub-features. If you want a checkout system, list the individual steps. Mention the cart validation, the payment processing, and the receipt generation. Detailed breakdowns prevent the AI from omitting crucial steps. Section 4, UI and UX Design Specifications. AI agents can generate stunning interfaces, but they need guidance. Do not let the AI choose your color palette at random. Specify the design system, layout rules, and visual hierarchy in this section. Start with the layout structure. Describe the navigation system clearly. State whether the app uses a sidebar, a top navigation bar, or a bottom tab bar. Specify how the app behaves on mobile screens versus desktop screens. Next, define the visual style. Provide specific hex codes for your color scheme. Mention the font families and the spacing rules. If you want a minimalist aesthetic, tell the AI to use ample white space. Finally, describe the interactive states. How do buttons change when a user hovers over them? What happens when a form submission fails? Defining these micro interactions makes your app feel polished and professional. Section 5. Data models and information architecture. Your application needs to store and organize information. You must define this structure through data models. An AI can design databases, but your input ensures accuracy. List the main objects in your application. For a habit tracker, the objects are user, habit, and log. For each object, define its specific properties or fields. Specify the data type for each field, such as text, number, or Boolean. Explain the relationships between these objects. Tell the AI that a single user can own multiple habits. Explain that each habit contains multiple daily logs. Clarifying these connections prevents database errors during development. Section 6. Technical constraints and architecture. Vibe coding works best when you set clear technical boundaries. Choose your tech stack before the AI begins work. Specify the programming languages, frameworks, and libraries. If you prefer React and Tailwind CSS, state that requirement explicitly. If you need a specific backend database like Supabase, write it down. Setting these constraints stops the AI from mixing incompatible technologies. Mention performance and security constraints as well. Tell the AI to encrypt sensitive user data. Instruct the AI to optimize images for fast loading times. Finally, specify the deployment target. Are you hosting this app on Versal, Netlify, or a local server? Knowing the target helps the AI configure the project files correctly from the start. Advanced strategies for vibe coding specs. Writing the basic sections is only the first step. You can use advanced strategies to achieve even better results with your AI agent. These techniques reduce errors and speed up generation time. First, use pseudocode for complex logic. If a feature involves difficult math, sketch out the logic yourself. You do not need to write real code. Just write the step-by-step logic in plain English. Second, include edge cases in your spec. What happens if a user inputs a negative number? What happens if the internet connection drops? Defining these scenarios ensures that your app does not crash during unexpected events. Third, use one-shot examples. If you want a specific UI component, describe an existing example. Reference well-known design patterns from popular websites. This gives the AI a clear standard for quality, iterating and refining the spec. A specification is a living document. You will rarely write a perfect spec on your first attempt. Expect to refine your document as the AI builds the application. Start by generating a minimum viable product, MVP. Use a simplified version of your spec for the first prompt. Let the AI build the absolute core features first. Once the MVP works, update your spec with the next set of features. Review the AI's output critically. If the AI introduces a bug, look at your spec first. You likely left a requirement ambiguous. Fix the spec before you ask the AI to fix the code. Keep your specification updated throughout the entire lifecycle. An accurate spec allows you to switch AI agents easily. It also helps you troubleshoot future bugs without rewriting the entire code base. Do you know that any private information you put into a cloud AI is used to train that AI? A private AI running on your own hardware is the best way to keep your private data private. I can help you set up a private AI on almost any PC or server. Contact me for a free consultation. I have published more than 700 blogs on AI in the past 3 years. If you get value from these blogs, please consider joining my Patreon as a member at the $2, $4, or $8 level. https://www.patreon.com/Steve Hovland.